Everyone, so today I am going to be showing you how to get this eye look right here. To begin with, I'm just going to give you a little tip on what I used for my lip. Here is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in color 01, and this is a true red color. I love this. I get a lot of compliments when wearing this color. It is very long lasting and really nice, and I have done a review on Sephora cream lip paints. I will link that above and down below for you to check out if you would like to. But today I will be focusing just on the eyes. I am using the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I did kind of something that is my interpretation of her smoky eye. This is about as smoky as I like to get, say for like on a daily basis. I don't like to go darker than this. So this is a super fast and super easy little smoky eye that I have going, and it's one of my favorite looks to go to. So if you would like to see how to get this eye look right here, then go ahead and keep on watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. If you have any other questions or any suggestions or anything, go ahead and leave them down below. Everything that I used in this video will be listed down below, so including my foundation and everything of that sorts. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. So my eye is already set with some foundation and it is set with powder. So the first thing that I'm going to do is find the brush that I need to use. Like what? We are going to use the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, and please disregard the fact on how dirty mine is. And I don't have the names right now, but the names that I will be using, or the shadows I will be using, will be listed down below. I do have to look them up on the Morphe site because they never sent me a little cheat sheet. So I am gonna go and start with this color right here, and I'm just gonna go and work that into my crease pretty generously and build it up. You could do this in numerous ways, really. I prefer most of my actual eye looks to be pretty rounded. I like to kind of have them like in a circular motion over here, and they kind of connect together at this corner right here, and I like to kind of dip it into the corner here but keep it kind of more towards the eyebrow. This is really for your interpretation as to how you want to adapt this to your eye. Some people look a lot better when their eyeshadow has a very clean cut line. That just doesn't work for my eyes as much as this rounded out shape does. I feel like when I do round out my shadows, my eye does look a little bit bigger and wider and more open, and I dig that look the most, to be very honest. So I have just kind of played around with my eyes enough to figure out what eyeshadow technique works the best for my eyes, and that's what I usually stick to. So it's all about playing, and it's all about figuring out what works out for your eye and what looks the best on you. So the next shade that I'm going to take is going to be this shade right here, and I'm going to go and put that a little bit lower down my crease. I will also make sure to list the brushes that I'm using down below as well, and I'm just gonna go and kind of like warm this up a little bit, or kind of orangify it a tiny bit, because the other color is pretty neutral, and this kind of warms it up and gives it more like warmth to it, really. And once you have that down, I'm gonna go and take this shadow right here, which is right next to it, and I'm gonna dip this into the crease just a little bit below where I did the little orangey color, and I'm just kind of going to buff this in. I'm not using a lot of this color, I just kind of want to warm the eye a little bit, which will make it a little bit easier to blend the darker colors that I'm going to put down. So once I have that color down, I'm going in with these two colors right here. Kind of going to mix them. I feel like mixing the two colors really allows the blendability of this to be very simple and very fast. If using just the dark, I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit hard to blend this out. So first I'm gonna go and kind of dab the color where I want it to be. I have learned that this is the best practice when working with dark eyeshadows. You want to kind of put down the pigment where you're gonna want the majority of it to be, and then once you have the pigment down, you can start blending. So once I have the pigment down, I'm kind of going to start dipping this into my crease and blending this out. And you can pick up as much color as you want and as you feel like is necessary. I do go back back into the pans like maybe 3 or 4 times before I get the depth of the color that I really want in here. And also by placing your shadow down in the position where you want it, makes it easier to create a cohesive look on both eyes because you're really setting the shape down. If you were to just kind of go in and start blending off the bat, I feel like it's much harder to keep the shape consistent on both eyes. Because once you start blending, I feel like the color goes everywhere and then you can't come back from the color being everywhere. Like, you can add color places that it's not, but you can't really take it away most of the time. So it just gets difficult. You kind of want to step away, like when you are doing these shadows and doing this blending, you kind of want to step away and compare the two eyes just to make sure that they do look as similar as possible. Especially, I need to make sure that this step is done every time that I do eyeshadows because my eyes are fairly differently shaped. Like, it's really weird. One is smaller than the other one, I would say. Just basing it off the fact that when I smile, one of my eyes completely disappears. So I always like to make sure that I kind of fix that difference with my makeup. Which means that I basically do both of my eyes pretty differently, but it just takes practice and it takes really just comparing the two eyes side by side as you're doing this. So then I'm gonna go in with this color right here and just deposit that all over the lid. And since these are fairly pigmented, especially the shimmers, I'm not gonna go and cut the crease or anything like that. I'm just gonna go and deposit this on top of anything that was on my eye, and it pretty much masks it, so you don't really have to cut your crease to make sure that the pigment shows up. And then taking another brush, I'm gonna go into the color that was right next to it, which is this deeper brown shimmery color, and I'm gonna go and just place it down in this corner where the outer V brown was. This is just kind of to give it a little bit more dimension. I kind of have been doing this on the regular. I, for some reason, like that outer corner to be a little bit shimmery. I feel like it just gives it a little bit more oomph. Once you have that down, I'm gonna take a flat definer brush, dip into this dark brown right here that we used, and I'm gonna go right underneath this lash line and kind of go halfway in here and stop. I'm just kind of building this color up right here. And then taking a little pencil brush, I'm gonna go into these two shades right here. And I'm just gonna smoke the lower lash line. Really taking pretty minimal product with this. I don't wanna do anything crazy. Then taking my MAC, what is this? My MAC NC15 Studio Chromographic Pencil. I'm gonna go and line this inner waterline just to open up my eye a little bit more. And for mascara, I will be using the Superhero by IT Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna pop this on. And then I'm gonna take an inner corner shader brush and go into this light color right here and just pop that into my inner corner. And kind of underneath my brow, but then I'm also going to take a big old fluffy brush like this, and I'm going to dip into that same color, kind of blow off the excess, close my eyes, and just kind of buff this brush back and forth right here, which kind of helps with the blending, and it also gives it a nice little sheen without it looking super crazy or anything like that. So yeah, this is the completed look after I've put my eyebrows on, you know, because I filmed this video without any eyebrows on. So I do appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.